back to story time. Our book for today is called Growing in the Garden. A farmer saw 6 yellow squashes and 7 pumpkins growing in his garden. How many vegetables did he see growing in his garden? Read the problem again. Then decide which picture matches the story.
So what they want us to do here is to look at the pictures that are shown and see which one shows us 6 yellow squash and 7 pumpkins. So let's count our squash in the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in the second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So both pictures show us 6 yellow squash. So now we're going to move on to the pumpkins and see which picture shows us 7 pumpkins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like our very first picture is the one that shows us 6 yellow squash and 7 pumpkins.
We have the 6 yellow squashes in a line here. Let's put a rectangle around them and label them 6 squashes, so we can keep track of this part more easily. And we have 7 pumpkins here. Let's put these in a rectangle too, and label them 7 pumpkins. Now you try. Make a picture like this to show the 6 squashes and 7 pumpkins.
So now we're going to show 6 yellow squash. Here's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squash. And they want us to now show 7 pumpkins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pumpkins.
So from here to here, how many vegetables did he see growing in the garden? Fill in the number sentence to match the picture. Then solve.
So we're trying to fill in our number sentence. What we're looking for is the total number of vegetables in all. So to find that total, we're going to have to add up all of our squash and all of our pumpkins to figure out how many total. 6 squash, and 7 pumpkins. So 7 pumpkins, and we're looking for our total. Our totals when we add them all together. So we're going to count them. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 13 vegetables in all.
Six squashes plus 7 pumpkins equals 13 vegetables in all. Let's complete the picture to show the total number of vegetables.
Okay, so we said that we had 13 total vegetables. Very good.
We showed in our picture that there is a total of 13 vegetables. When we connect our 2 parts like this and show the total, we call this drawing a tape diagram. Let's show the total from our tape diagram in a word sentence.
Okay, so now we are going to write a word sentence. This is something that you should all be very familiar with. We do this on our test using the method we call RDW, redraw and write. So this is the writing portion of that. We're going to have to write a sentence. If this was a test, you would have to write this whole sentence on your own. But here they're going to write it out for you, and you're just filling in the blank. So the farmer saw blank vegetables growing. We said 13 vegetables. So that is your word sentence. The farmer saw 13 vegetables growing.
We can see in our tape diagram that the farmer saw 13 vegetables growing. Let's solve the next problem in our Mission 4 Lesson 19 notes. Emily's team has 12 soccer balls on the field and 3 soccer balls in the coach's bag. How many soccer balls does Emily's team have? Your turn. Read the story again and imagine what is happening.
Okay, so the first part to the redraw right method is to read the problem. It says Emily's team has 12 soccer balls on the field and 3 soccer balls in the coach's bag. How many soccer balls does Emily's team have?
So we want to know the total number of soccer balls. Let's draw a tape diagram to help us solve. I'll get us started by drawing 12 circles for the 12 soccer balls on the field. 10, 11, 12. I shaded these last two so I can remember there are 10 here. We need to keep track of our information, so I'll write 12 above the circles. Since these 12 soccer balls are on the field, I'll draw a rectangle around them and label this F for field. Your turn to draw the first part of the tape diagram in your notes.
All right, class, so this is what we had talked about on Friday. Remember, whenever you're drawing your picture, we said after you make your first 10, the rest we want to shade in. So those that are not shaded in here show our first 10, and those shaded are all the ones that came after 10. So there's 10 not shaded circles, and there are 2 shaded circles. We put a 12 above the top right here to show that there were 12 soccer balls, and an F to show that those 12 soccer balls were on the field.
Now let's show the other soccer balls. Let's make them shaded so we can still see 10 easily. Draw shaded circles in a line here to show the soccer balls in the coach's bag. Make sure to put a rectangle around them and label them B for bag.
Okay, so the next part, we're going to draw the second part of our math problem. So it tells us that there are 3 soccer balls in where? In the coach's bag.
There are 3 soccer balls in the coach's bag. I'll draw 3 shaded circles in a line here and write 3 on top. I'll put a rectangle around this part that touches the first rectangle and label it B for bag. Now my picture clearly shows both groups of soccer balls. Check your work to make sure your tape diagram has the correct drawing and labels.
Okay, so this is showing our entire tape diagram. Our tape diagram should show the number we have in the first group, the number we have in the second group, and we should always label each drawing to show where those soccer balls were found. There were 12 on the field and 3 in the bag. Remember, we shaded all the ones that came after our first group of 10, so that it makes it a little bit easier to count when we're finding our total. Think about it. By looking at your picture, what do you think the total number will be? How would you write this in an addition sentence?
Now we have one larger rectangle that shows the total number of soccer balls. Let's draw lines to show that the total goes from here to here. We don't know the total yet. That's what we're solving for. So I'll label this with a question mark. Your turn. Label the total with a question mark.
All right, so boys and girls, he put a question mark here because that is what we are currently looking for. We are looking for the total number of soccer balls that Emily's team has. But until we count that number, we aren't really sure how many that is. So that's why he put a question mark. That is the answer that we are looking for.
Now let's use our tape diagram to write and solve a number sentence. How many soccer balls are on the field? How many soccer balls are in the bag? How many soccer balls in total? 12 soccer balls on the field, plus 3 soccer balls in the coach's bag, equals 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 soccer balls in all. So from here to here, there are 15 soccer balls in total. Check your work, then complete the tape diagram. So how many soccer balls does Emily's team have? Emily's team has blank soccer balls. Complete the word sentence.
Now remember, we're going to complete the word sentence with our total number of soccer balls. So we said that our total was 12 plus 3 equals 15. So therefore, Emily's team has 15 soccer balls.
We showed in our tape diagram and number sentence that Emily's team has a total of 15 soccer balls. Nice job using tape diagrams to solve story problems. Keep it up in the Tower of Power.